I'm kind of scared of roller coasters, but I trust Grandpa. If he says I'll like this one, I'd never do it on my own.
It's okay to be afraid, but you're right. You can trust him to take care of you. Do you like to ride on roller coasters? My name is Zach, and you're listening to Keys for Kids. Up, down, spin around, and most of all, go fast. Roller coasters are my favorite rides, but some are really big and scary, even to me, and that's kind of like life. You'll have ups and downs too, but God promises to be with you and help you. You can take comfort in Psalm 56:3, which says, "Whenever I am afraid, I will trust in you." Our story today is called Roller Coaster Ride. Malachi timidly walked up to the roller coaster and crammed into the long line with a bunch of squirmy kids. There was a lot of shouting and chattering. He stood silently, staring as the line crept along. "There's, no big drop on this ride, is there?" he asked Grandpa nervously. "Don't worry," Grandpa said. "It's a smooth ride, just one big drop at the beginning. You'll be fine." Malachi's eyes shot open and he glanced at the emergency exit ahead. The line looks pretty long, Grandpa. Aren't you getting tired? Let's go on another ride." "You're not scared, are you?" asked Grandpa. "Me? Scared? I've been on hundreds of roller coasters." Malachi knew this was a bit of an exaggeration. The only rides he'd been on were a few merry-go-rounds. Soon he and Grandpa were in a coaster car with the bars locked across their laps. There was no turning back now. Malachi took a deep breath and glanced at his grandpa one last time. "Don't worry, Malachi," Grandpa said as the roller coaster clanked upward. "I know it's a little scary, but I wouldn't take you on this ride if I didn't think you'd like it. Just relax and have some fun." Malachi gripped the bar in front of him as the coaster rounded the top of the track. As the roller coaster roared off, he let out a big shriek. Before he realized it, it was all over. "How was the ride?" Grandpa asked as they got out. "Great," said Malachi. "After you told me to relax and have fun, the scariness kind of went away. I remembered that you've been on lots of roller coasters, so I trusted you." "I know you've always been afraid of roller coasters," Grandpa said. "You know, that roller coaster ride was like the ups and downs and scary turns that come up in our lives sometimes. But God tells us to trust Him whenever we feel afraid. Jesus gave His life to save us, and He will always be with us through life's ups and downs. He helps us ride through whatever fears we have." "Yeah," said Malachi, "kind of like how you helped me on the roller coaster. If you hadn't been there, I would have headed for the emergency exit for sure." Well, how about you? Do you ever feel afraid? Everybody does at one point or another. But sometimes the ups and downs of life can be really big and scary. No matter what fears or uncertainties you face, God promises to be there for you. He loves you so much, He gave His Son Jesus to save you. You can trust in Him. So give Him your fears so you can feel His peace, no matter how big of a roller coaster you're riding. Our key verse is Psalm 56:3.
"Whenever I am afraid, I will trust in you."
And our key thought for the day, trust God with your fears. When you're eating lunch or doing homework, do you like listening to silence, or do you want to listen to fun music picked out just for you? If you chose music, then ask your Amazon Echo device to play Keys for Kids Radio. Dance to music from Seeds Family Worship, Hillsong Kids, and more, and jump into the action with stories like Adventures in Odyssey and Paws and Tales. It's the best way to make faith and fun a part of your everyday. So turn up the awesome by asking Alexa, play Keys for Kids Radio. I'm Zach, and this is Keys for Kids.